Hey everybody, it's Em. I have a great little video coming up for you with some skincare tips, some massage tips, some breathing tips, etc. I did not have a great intro because this video is a screen recording of a live that I did over on my Instagram. So if you want to see what my teaching is like live, please make sure that you're following at emmy.yoga on Instagram and on TikTok. I do post content on both platforms, and then I also post content here. And a lot of times the videos that I post here have been edited. So if you prefer to skip out on the ums or the excess information or the rabbit trails, check out the YouTube channel. You want to subscribe, tap the bell for all notifications. That way you just get a little pop-up saying, hey, Emily posted a new video. This is the title. Do you want to watch it? And you can say, yes, I want to watch it now, or no, I want to watch it later. Or you can be like, that one doesn't apply to me. So take the power into your hands. Motivate yourself to put yourself in spaces where you're going to be reminded, hey, I matter. The way I take care of myself matters. I'm worthy of luxury, to be pampered, and I can have whatever I want. As long as my energy is good, I can receive blessings. Whatever blessings I want, I can find them and receive them. So that's the point of this video. I hope you enjoy, and thanks for checking it out. As always, I love you so much. Take some time today to love on yourself. We got good mental health. And so I'm going to take this oil. This is what it looks like. So it is still pretty blue, but once it rubs into the skin, it's not going to stay blue. So I'm going to wipe that in my palm and then just tip this over a tad to get a few drops to come out. So that's 6 drops. Ooh, 7. 7 is a perfect number. Drops of oil, and I'm going to rub them in my palms. Now remember, castor oil is a very thick oil when we're talking about viscosity, and so this is going to take some work and some action. And what we want to do is we want to press our palms together as we warm this oil between our hands, and we want to start straightening out our pelvis. So we're going to press our low back towards the wall behind us, and we're going to tuck our belly in towards the pelvis. We're just going to allow, maybe like rock back and forth for a few seconds while taking inhales and exhales. Inhale, fill the chest. Exhale, press into the low back. Inhale, fill the chest. Smelling the oil, it smells so beautiful. Exhale, press through that lower back, round the back. Inhale, lifting the chest. Squeezing those shoulders down. So we want to just see if we have mobility here to wiggle the shoulders. We're going to inhale, squeeze them back and press the chest upward. And we pull our chin back into the throat here to stretch the deep neck tissues. On the exhale, pressing into the palms, we're going to lengthen that spine. So pulling the ribs back in, pressing the obliques, squeezing that belly towards the spine, straightening the spine, squeezing those shoulder blades. Let's inhale here and bring the hands towards the chest. You can look up with your eyes as you inhale and tuck your chin back again. From this space, drop the shoulders, squeeze the elbows into the body, and soften the ribs on the exhale. Squeezing the torso together. Inhaling up through the hands. Tucking that chin back, we're going to exhale and tilt our head towards our shoulder, bringing the shoulders down, squeezing them behind the back as we do so. Inhale into the chest, pulling the chin into the throat. Exhale, tilt the ear towards the opposite shoulder, using engagement in the fingers to keep those shoulders down the spine, squeezing together behind the spine. Inhale again, straightening the neck into this stretch by lifting the chin into the throat. Makes my headphones fall out. Exhale, soften the neck. Press up through the spine as you just allow the head to fall off the axis. We're going to stretch our scalenes, the very tops of our scalenes here. So as we inhale, we're going to slightly rotate our head up just until the point where we feel extreme tightness or pain. On the exhale, we'll rotate down just again until the point where we feel tightness or pain. We're going to keep our hands engaged together to keep our shoulder from lifting. Inhaling into the chest, looking up. Press through the chin. Exhale. Inhale. Draw the chin in. Look down on the exhale. Pressing through the jaw. Inhale. Draw the chin towards the throat. Squeeze the shoulders down. Exhale. Drop the forehead towards the shoulder. Inhale up. Back to center on the exhale. Feel a nice release of blood to the brain. We're going to do that on the other side. So again, keeping engaged with our fingertips, we can squeeze there anytime we want to engage this line of muscles and squeeze the shoulder blades together in a balanced fashion. Keeping the elbows close to the torso and even squeezing them into the torso will help our rhomboids open. I'm actually not sure that I used that word correctly. I believe these are the deltoids. I can't remember pectorals. Are these the pectorals right here? The rhomboids are on the back. But point being, we want these to open. And a lot of times they're rounded forward, which then restricts our ability to pull our shoulders back. So we want to ensure that we're keeping our thumbs pointed up. And if we want, we can even press our fingers together and open our thumbs apart. This will engage all the way from the top of the thoracic spine all the way down the spine, as long as we're keeping our ribs tucked and our pelvis lifted. So let's try a few breaths like that. And then we'll stretch the opposite side of our neck, taking an inhale into the chest, thumbs pointing out, fingers pressed together. Pause at that breath, then tuck the chin in, inhale some more. And exhale. squeeze that torso together. Coming back to our original space, taking an inhale into the chest. Exhale, dropping the ear towards the shoulder. Notice how your shoulder might want to lift. Mine does. So we're going to inhale and draw the chin into the throat. On the exhale, allow that head only to tilt. And we're going to stretch into the top of the scalenes. And around those occipital muscles, which support our brain. Some of you may suffer from, this is not medical advice, by the way. I'm not a doctor. I'm just a yogi. I study the body. I do not study medicine. I study how the body naturally heals. So my body has a lot of natural dysfunction. I was born with this dysfunction. Some may call that generational curses. Point being, I have done a lot of learning, teaching, and studying, learning, studying, and then teaching, because I have a lot of dis-ease in my body, in my cells. So the tips that I share with you come from my own experience in my body. I can't tell you what you'll feel in your body. I can't tell you what your experience is going to be like. I can encourage you that beginning with the breath and tuning in to the sensation in your own body is going to be the most important thing. Whether you know where the muscles are located and you know the proper names or not, super does not matter when it comes to self-massage. Now, when it comes to touching other people, it's important to, in my case, allow the spirit to work through me. I am showing an inverted triangle here because that's honestly how it works. The he, she, divine, universal healers work through my hands, not because I'm any type of special human, just because that's the gift that they gave me, to be able to tune into the sensation beneath the skin and really be able to interact with people's interstitial tissues. So again, none of this is medical advice. All of this is my experience, strength, and hope. However, if you struggle with chronic neck pain, you may have what is called a dislocation of your atlantoaxial joint. And that space is very important when it comes to communication between the brain and the nervous system. And when there is a disturbance at this joint, we can experience a lot of different psychosis or even just irrational thoughts and behaviors. And a big part of that is because we're not getting enough oxygenated blood flow to the brain, because one side or the other is too tight, and it has literally our head on a tilted, shifted axis. And because that axis, AXIS, is tilted, the access, ACCESS, of freshly oxygenated blood flow is inhibited. That's kind of a bummer. It's preferable for our body to perform at optimal function. So this is why I share what I'm learning. The massage I'm going to share with you today is specifically for that atlantoaxial instability, and that's why we're stretching so deeply. So if you're not able to go as far as I am, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You can still do these stretches. You can still benefit from these stretches. I've been doing these stretches every day for a total of about 3 years now, and I've experienced a lot of benefit during that time. However, I have been very faithful, and my benefit has been directly related to that faithfulness. So I encourage you to absorb what you can from this teaching. Maybe rewatch it a couple times. I don't know. It's up to you if you can even handle the sound of my voice. Point being, I don't anticipate that you will gain all the information the first time. That's why I teach in repetition. If you notice, a lot of my short videos are phrases that I repeat often and lessons that I've learned because I keep learning them over and over and over, and then keep getting cemented in my mind and in my heart over and over and over as I connect this channel between my body, my nervous system, and I clear the cobwebs from my subconscious, and I allow my mind to actually increase. I allow the blood flow in my brain to increase so my blood can actually use more of its brain cells. Like, how cool is that? I even do scalp massages, and I've dreaded my hair, a portion of my hair, specifically because I love to interact with the tissues on my scalp. Did you know that fascia can harden on your scalp plates, and that can keep them from shifting properly? Our brain is not held in a jail of bones. Our brain is held gently in a fluid that is surrounded by shifting plates, except when we allow stress to override our connection to our body. And then those plates begin to harden, and maybe we suffer from headaches, and maybe we have just heat in our head a lot. In fact, maybe our body temperature might be low, but our brain feels like it's burning. Like, sis, it is, because there's no blood up here, and it's struggling with performing day-to-day tasks. And I mean, there's medications that we can take to perform better, and I take those medications. I'm not knocking those medications. Maybe someday I won't have to take those medications. I don't know. I'm not deciding that right now. What I'm recognizing is that when I take those medications, yes, I perform better, but when I combine those medications with the daily practices that I've curated for myself over the last 3 to 5 to 7 years, like, it's better overall. So, all of that to say, I'm about to turn around, and you're gonna see my fingers. You're not gonna see my face. I will talk a little bit. We'll just see how this goes. I've never done it before. So again, we're taking a cord that time, but I want this to be specifically directed to my fingers. I'm just gonna stitch around for a second, and hopefully you guys can still hear me. I'm putting this oil concentrated right underneath my shirt, and I'm reaching my elbows towards the sky as high as I possibly can. This might be a difficult space to access, again, because of forward rounding shoulders. So just do the best that you can to reach as low on the spine as you can, and take a few inhales here. Continually on the exhale, pressing the elbows upward. Inhaling into the chest. Exhaling, pressing those elbows upward. Inhaling, bringing the chest forward. Exhale, Squeeze the shoulders upward, press the diaphragm back. Again, inhale, tuck the chin, and this time we're just going to keep our hands pressed. On our exhale, we're going to round, tucking our chin towards the chest, keeping our chin pressed forward, so keeping our jaw extended. We're going to inhale into the chest, drawing the chin into the throat. Exhale, extend the jaw, round all the way forward, staying really pressed into these fingers on either side of the spine. We might notice lines of tension, so we're going to pause there, put our fingers on them, maybe rub back and forth, and do that again. Inhale into the chest, exhale, pressing in that same space. We're going to round and pull the shoulders apart. Continuing on the inhale here, bringing the fingers towards the back of the spine, and on the exhale, rounding forward. Now we're going to press the fingers on either side of the neck. Inhale, chest up. I gotta press my headphones back in. You'll notice a lot of shifting. I'm going to press my fingers into the space behind my ears and stabilize my breath by taking a long exhale. Just finding a comfortable space in my spine. I'm going to bring my elbows together in front of me and pressing them down. I'm going to bring the thumbs together and take an inhale into the chest. Exhale, squeeze those shoulders down and pull the hands towards the earth. Just keep breathing up, exhaling down, maybe to the right. Exhale, back to the middle. Inhale up to the left. Exhaling back to the middle. Continually pulling forward with the thumbs, yet drawing the shoulders down the spine. I encourage you, just as you see me doing, to tune in to any messages that the body is sending you as you feel through your muscles and affect your nervous system. Sometimes it's going to tell you, like, hey, we just need a little break. And what we just did was honestly pretty intense. So let's take just the pressure of our middle finger topped with our forefinger. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, press into the side of the middle finger, just along the neck. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, press into the side of the middle finger. Squeeze it. You might even feel like the knuckles going around the neck here. That's cool too. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, just squeeze. Okay. know if you can see the differences we have made at this point or not. But we've softened quite a bit of the interstitial tissue that goes between the facet joints of these two vertebrae, the bottom of the neck and the top of the thoracic spine. That's where I am the most congested, minus where the brain meets the occiput, right here. So, y'all still with me? Because I am primarily hurt on the right side, like I'm more tense on the right side than I am on the left, I'm going to cross my hands over themselves and use that, again, the thick viscosity of this oil. And also, I'm sweating in my upper body now. If you're following along with me and breathing deeply, you'll experience that same detox. It's not a bad thing. That's our breath doing what it's supposed to do. My puppy's getting a little antsy, so we're going to wrap this up quickly. Let's go ahead and cross our hands behind our shoulders. And the first thing we're going to do is just bring our hands up to that same space behind our ears. And pressing right in that space, maybe along our hairline, but right underneath the skull and at the top of this neck muscle right here. We're going to press in here on the inhale, and we're going to draw it across on the exhale. So pressing in. We have the base of our hand on the other occiput. We're squeezing. Exhale. Turn the head. Inhale. Draw the chin into the throat. Exhale, turn the head, press. Squeeze that occiput. We're going to switch hands. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. You might feel some tingling down your arms or in your neck. Pay attention to that. Okay. That's about it for today. I hope that you can absorb some of what I'm seeking to share here. And if you have any questions, please know that my DMs are open to you. There is no charge to ask me a question. I'm not really on here to sell y'all stuff. I'm just on here to show you the lifestyle that is this glow up that you're witnessing, because like a lot of you have known me a long time, and it's been hard to hear some of the things that I've said before. I'm not gonna lie. I have a very need to be overly confident sometimes because I anticipate judgment, and I'm seeking to override that. And I'm learning a lot about interacting with myself that way, and I'm so excited that some of you are truly tuning in to listen. I know that I'm sharing a lot, and I don't anticipate that all of you are going to be involved all the time, but I do intend to see this group grow, because these are normal but so estranged ways to interact with our bodies. We need to normalize them. And there's so many amazing divine feminine energies out there that are inspiring me, and they're inspiring me on TikTok and on YouTube and on Instagram. And I'm just seeking to, mirror back some of that energy. Do y'all hear that? That's my hamstrings and my glutes where they intersect. That is a very tight, intense spot. And when I roll over that, I really have been sitting for a week and a half. So, anywho, I want to go hang on my swing upside down for a little while. So I'm going to head out. But if you have struggled hanging on through this live, maybe scrolled through to the end to be like, what is she getting at? I'm going to do my best to just do a screen recording of this live and then edit it and post a video on YouTube so y'all can come back to it as many times as you want, and it's just in one place. I'm so excited that there are people that want to learn this stuff alongside me. The thing about wearing makeup again is getting lipstick on my teeth, and I'm getting lipstick on my teeth all day. So there's that. It's a process. When I went to meet the mail lady at the door, there was a package I had to sign for, and I felt so awkward because here I am in a full face of makeup, a crop top, and bathing suit bottoms because I'm just living my glorious life. And I was like, don't mind the makeup. I just got some new things and I'm trying them out. Masks are coming off soon. They're just getting ready. I haven't really experienced makeup in 2 years. And she just laughed with me and was like, girl, you look amazing. I'm right there with you. We had a really sweet, sister moment. And I just appreciate those moments with all of my heart. And those are the moments I'm seeking to curate here. So please, please, please share with me what you're exploring creatively right now, because we are about to emerge from this quarantine season. That's what it seems anyway. That's the direction the energies seem to be merging. So if that is to happen, what face are we going to bring forward? I myself am seeking to develop my divine feminine a little bit more and let go of that masculine energy of must produce a certain product or must fulfill a certain expectation or must hunt and gather and seek to kill and destroy. I have that energy sometimes really heavy inside of me because of the resentments that I have inside of me towards people, whether they be men or women, just that energy. I'm resentful towards that energy, so sometimes I express that energy in a really nasty way. So I just want to lay low on that for a while and focus on amping up my feminine energy. So if you start seeing me much more glam, just know I don't think I'm better than anyone else at this point. I haven't had like this change of heart. I'm not turning bougie. I'm just blessing y'all with an upgraded version of this natural goddess. So, on that note, this oil is really sinking in and soothing my spine. I can feel tissues relaxing, and I can feel that note of Japanese peppermint, and it is just absolutely luscious. I think I'm also going to work some of this into my sternum and across these breathing tissues right here after I get off this live and let the puppies out for a little potty break. So thank you for showing up. Man, I'm just so grateful for the feedback and for the blessing that today I can be assertive because I know exactly who I am and what my purpose is here on earth. And while sometimes my interests may vary and change, it just keeps y'all guessing, and that's kind of the fun part. So since we may never end up being together face to face again, I mean, who really knows what's going to happen? Like, so what if quarantine lifts and then say we are hacked by Russia, because that's a real possibility, and then nobody has any money to go anywhere and do anything. So, you know, just like don't get your hopes up too high. Recognize that we live in a fallen world. Like, we live in a world that is led almost exclusively by that by that masculine energy of steel, produce, steel, I meant S-T-E-E-L, you know, like iron, but also like industry, produce, sell, fire, burning things down, conquering and dividing. That's a very masculine aspect, and I think it's just time to bring back the nurturer and restore the grace of the feminine beauty, and remind y'all that it is absolutely okay to show up at the freaking grocery store looking like a 10, or just paint your face to look like a 33 while you take care of your 5 dogs. 2 are still up for adoption. Please adopt them. Okay, love you. Bye. Text me if you want a puppy. Not kidding.